on, guys? Welcome back for another episode of Collins Sports Cards. For this week's episode, I'm going to be talking about an athlete that is in the sports card world that you should definitely know about. I'm going to be talking about a set of cards that never came out but looked really cool, and so I'm going to dive into that for a little bit. I'm also going to be talking about how I scored some Prism basketball blaster boxes, and then in addition to that, I will be talking about an Instagram post that I posted and got you guys' feedback on. But first, let's get into the first part where I was talking about the athlete that now collects sports cards. There's been a little bit of news about it in the past year or so. This athlete has mentioned cars in like on-field interviews, and now PSA has posted a picture of the very own Mike Trout submitting some of his sports cards to PSA for grading. So that's a pretty big deal, don't you think? Probably the best player in baseball right now. He is grading cards just like us. The cards that he had in the picture that PSA posted included a dual auto of Trevor Lawrence and Zach Wilson, and in addition to that, there was a black Prism 1/1 Franz Wagner. Kind of a weird mashup of athletes right there, but maybe Mike Trout sees himself in these young talents. Maybe that's why he's putting some money into it. Kind of cool. Imagine being like a professional athlete and then on the side doing cards. I mean, that's the life right there. But that's, I mean, you know, that kind of stuff is just great for the hobby. It's just like having Drake doing breaks a couple months ago with the Flawless. Having a big name get into the card world is just good for all of us. Brings more eyes into the hobby, and overall will help us all out in the end. It was kind of weird that he wasn't submitting his own cards, you know? Maybe he knows something we don't. He's maybe not the one to invest in right now. Poor Mike Trout, you know? He's got all the talent in the world, and he can't seem to make it to the playoffs. Might be the best player of my generation, and the man will never see the playoffs, which is just very sad. And it's not looking like he's going to. I mean, there's even talks of Shohei Ohtani being traded at this point. Very sad. But yeah, I just want to talk about that real quick, and now I'm gonna go right into that new set that never came out. So the set that was supposed to come out in the beginning of this year, I think it was announced like last November that the 2021 Skybox Metal Universe Champions Multisport was gonna be coming out to the market. The set looks absolutely cool. It's still up on like thebeckett.com and Cardboard Connection and all that. Actually, shout out Cardboard Connection. All the information I say is from those guys. They do a great job breaking down sets for us. But yeah, I'm looking at it right now, and it would be a completely legendary set of just the best athletes in the world and one of the most legendary sets of all time, because it's a set from way back when, not way back when, but like the 90s. It has a lot of like legendary inserts and stuff, but it has new school players and old school players. It's got everything you could want in a sports card set. So yeah, it's the 2021 Skybox Metal Universe Champions Multisport. It's an Upper Deck product, and one thing about Upper Deck is that they don't have the licenses to the NBA, the MLB, or the NFL. They used to, you know, like LeBron's rookie card in 2003 was on Upper Deck, so they've had the licenses before, but they haven't had them for a really long time. So it's really exciting that they're putting out those sports again. And while Upper Deck doesn't have the licenses to the MLB, NFL, or NBA, they have legendary sets that they haven't put out for years, that many people thought that would never come out again. It still might not come out because we haven't seen these cards come out yet, but some of these sets include inserts like PMGs, which I've talked about a lot on this channel, and jambalayas. These cards go for tons nowadays on the secondary market. They're kind of like the Kabooms and the Downtowns and the Color Blast of their day. In addition, Upper Deck still has the rights to LeBron and Michael Jordan. And that is why you don't see any autographs of Michael Jordan or LeBron anywhere nowadays being produced, is because Upper Deck has all the rights to them. So that kind of gives them a little bit of a leverage in the market. In fact, you don't even see Michael Jordan cards in Panini products, but you will certainly never see a signature from either him or LeBron. So yeah, although Upper Deck can't include any of the professional team logos, they do have the ability to develop this set of legendary athletes without their team's logos on them across all generations in sports. The set list is insane. I mean, you think of a legendary athlete or a new school athlete, it's gonna be in this set for sure. But yeah, this would be the first opportunity for Upper Deck to be putting these new school athletes in their products. Nowadays, we see a lot of Panini products with really cool inserts that include old school athletes in them. But now we'll kind of get a taste of like an old school set with new school athletes in them. It's really cool. The players on this set list, you guys are gonna get a kick out of this. Allen Iverson, Colin Morikawa, Connor McDavid, gonna stop counting with my fingers, Josh Giddey, LeBron James, Mac Jones, Michaela Schifrin, sorry, I don't know who that is, Najee Harris, Naomi Osaka, Sabrina Ionescu, Shane Wright, Teofimo Lopez, Tiger Woods, Trevor Lawrence, Wayne Gretzky, and Zach Wilson. What a group of folks. You got the GOATs from every single sport, except for Tom Brady now that I think about it. And then you also got some like new and exciting athletes, even from the WNBA, even from tennis. Really, really cool stuff. But yeah, like I said, it was supposed to drop. It actually was first supposed to drop last November. Then they were like, no, it's gonna come out in January of 2022. And then now it is August of 2022 and we do not see these cards anywhere. But yeah, basically the big deal about them is that they include the old school legendary inserts, but they have new school athletes. That's kind of the big thing. It's the big differentiator. There's no other opportunity to do that anywhere else. So now, there's not much to say about this now that I think about it, but I got 3 boxes of Prizm Basketball blasters. How exciting is that? I went on the Target website. Shout out to @FreshOutThePack on Instagram. He always keeps everyone updated with the Target releases. And one time for the one time, I get me some Prizm Basketball for retail prices. I'm super pumped to open it. Should come sometime this week. Probably gonna do a video with it. So look out for that. Okay, and then last but not least, I'm gonna be talking about the Instagram post that I put out, asking you guys' opinion on something. So if you don't know what it is, shame on you for not looking or not knowing prior to, but I do appreciate that you're watching this video. So basically what I asked was, do people prefer cards with a jersey color match or cards that have a serial number that matches the jersey number of the player? Now, if this doesn't sound familiar to you, I'll break it down real quick. How about that? So basically, cards, as you know, come in different colors. There's the base, which is no color, and then there's different other variations of colors that a card can come in, and based on how rare it is, that's how they gain value. So one thing that people look out for is cards that have the same color on the card as the player on the card's jersey. For example, a purple Prizm Devin Booker, or a gold LeBron James in a Lakers jersey, or a blue Prizm Luka Doncic. You get what I'm saying. The color of the card matches the jersey. It's very aesthetically pleasing. A lot of people like it. However, it seems that there is more of a premium put onto cards if the number on the serial number matches their jersey number. For example, let's say there's a gold LeBron. Golds are out of 10, meaning that there's only 10 gold LeBrons in every set. So when he was playing for the Heat, he was number 6. And so if you got a number 6 out of 10 with him in his Heat jersey, that's a really lucky card. You could get a number 3 out of 10 and it wouldn't really mean as much, because from what I've looked at on eBay, jersey numbers certainly hold a higher value than the color match of the card, which I guess makes sense because it's a lot more rare that that happens. However, when I asked you guys what you would like more, a lot of people said that they appreciate the color of the jersey, the color match a lot more, which kind of surprised me. because you know it's not as expensive to get a color match because I guess there's more of them. So it's kind of like a weird thing that the card community has just agreed on, is that they're gonna pay more for a jersey number match than they would for a color match. But I think we all can agree, looking at a card from a distance, you notice the color match off the bat. You have to look for the jersey number, you know? So it is kind of weird that sellers demand a premium for jersey number matches, but you know, it is what it is. Makes the color matches cheaper, and that seems to be what you guys like more. So yeah, let's see how that plays out. Will it always be the same? Who knows? It could definitely change, but you know, it's a lot more, when you look at it from the outside, it is a lot more rare to get the one card that has the same number as the jersey than it is to get like a card that has the same color on the card that the jersey has. Hopefully that made sense. But yeah, the results came out. About 52% of you like the color match more. I was expecting a runaway for the jersey number, as everyone knows that's like your first reaction is like, yeah, jersey number is going to be more important because it's a lot more rare and it's a lot more expensive. But obviously we all like color matches more, as do I. Well folks, if you're still here, I hope some of the words I said today made sense, and I really appreciate you guys watching. Make sure that you know you're keeping yourself in the loop. Speaking of Loupe, use my link in the description for $20 off your first purchase on Loupe. Loupe is like Twitch, but it's for sports cards, 24/7 breaking. You go check it out, use my link, get that $20 off. But yes, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you next time.